Price.com. All right, one walk down, seems to me, a lot of t-shirts, tattoos, fruit and drinks. I want to walk along the path. I don't really want to walk in this sand though. Heading down the pier. Venice Beach. I know nothing. My first time here. I'm like you, filming. I was wondering what they cost along here.
Well, 3 years ago, you paid $18,000.
Yeah. Boston. Las Vegas now, but Boston originally. Yeah. So I just drove up, or drove out. Figure I'd spend a night or two and then head back. Yeah. Thank you. Fishing. What is he gonna catch? Okay, I just want to review the Mayumi Hotel here in Culver City, California, in Los Angeles. So I wrote down a list of pros and cons. Staying here just 2 days, drove in from Las Vegas, spent a little time here, never been here before. So the Mayumi is like a boutique hotel, kind of a one-off deal. I don't think there's any others around. Just the pros that I have for this hotel: has a nice courtyard for relaxing and eating, etc. Each day they have a free continental breakfast, I think between 7 and 9. So it's nice to sit out there. They have plenty of tables. It's not a big hotel, so it doesn't get too crowded. There's plenty of room. It's nicely shaded by the trees and stuff like that. So really a nice place to kind of hang out in the morning. Now the plus for this hotel is that they have free Wi-Fi. They also have free bike rentals. You'll see out in the courtyard they have these bikes just parked there. You're welcome to take those and use them free for up to 6 hours. So you can ride all around and you don't have to worry about an extra expense. This hotel also is really set in a nice neighborhood. I was able to take a walk around. It's nice, it's not too busy. You know, when you think of LA, you think of dense and you think of downtown LA, but it's not really like that. You can relax, walk around. Granted, there's not a whole lot to do, but there are places around. I went and had a steak down the street. I walked to it. When I first got here, I got here late at night. There was no food at the hotel, so I went to a Denny's and survived. But it was there and open 24 hours, so the neighborhood's not bad. I mentioned earlier the continental breakfast is good. The room itself, it's small. It's kind of like Citizen M when I stayed there. Personally, I think Citizen M is better. This hotel makes good use of the space. There's plenty of drawers and cabinets. They even have them set up. In front of me is the TV. They have a nice little display set up with shelving. There's a full-length mirror in one of the closets, which is pretty good. You have a mini fridge in here, which is good. If you have 2 people, you're gonna stay here, and one of them likes to bring a lot of clothes, they should be all right. So, good use of space. I also like that even though the hotel is basically dropped into a neighborhood, it has a gated entry. When I came here to check in, I was confused. I'm like, how do you get in? And I noticed there was a little bell to ring, and there's a gate, not one of those gates where it's like, get away, but just a black, nice gate, and you needed the room key to open it or to ring the bell. So I rang the bell, the guy from the front desk came out, let me in, and we checked in. And I like that. There's no one just gonna come walking in to the open courtyard that you're sitting in. And so I like that feature. The reception area is wide open. It's all glass. You can see it from inside and when you're in the courtyard, as well as outside the hotel. You can kind of look into the reception area. It's very welcoming. I like how they did that. Also, the employees were very helpful. You know, I had questions, you know, because basically when you're doing that continental breakfast, you're grabbing your food. It's like you're in the kitchen. They have a sink there, there's a refrigerator, and so you're just kind of grabbing things like that. So it's like you're grabbing it out of the kitchen. And they were very helpful telling me what things were. And I didn't really know the etiquette, but once I started talking to the help and seeing other people, it's pretty informal and I liked it. So a lot of good stuff for this hotel. Some of the cons, these cons aren't so big that they would keep me from coming back, but one of my biggest pet peeves with hotels when I go are the TV options. I like to watch a lot of YouTube. In fact, that's almost what I watch exclusively. So, but I know a lot of people like to watch Netflix or Hulu or other apps that would be on a smart TV. The TV options here are very limited. If it's a nice sized TV, it's positioned well if you want to watch TV from the bed, but all they had was DirecTV, nothing else. So that was very limiting. And when I was watching TV at night after getting back, I felt I had to have my TV low because I could hear noise from certainly above. I'm in room 107, and there's one floor above me. I believe that's probably going to be 207. So I could kind of hear things scraping across the floor and some voices. I can hear people in the courtyard, which is fine because all the rooms are right against it. But felt a little self-conscious when watching TV at night, so I kept it low. But the bigger thing is just the lack of options on the TV, and that kind of sucks. Also, I didn't see a way to cast from your laptop onto the screen. None of that. It's DirecTV. You'll take it and like it. And of course, on DirecTV, half the channels are all like paid channels trying to sell you something, so it's annoying. Another thing was no dedicated parking. This is kind of good and bad. I did find a parking space each time I left and came back. The good thing is you don't have to pay for it, it's free. I can see if the neighborhood's busy or something's going on. It might be a little tricky to find a spot. There's a little shopping mall across the street. You could probably use that for a couple hours. I did it once. They discourage it, but you know, what are you gonna do when there's no spots? So it's better than the option, I think, of having a dedicated spot and you gotta pay $28 a day or something ridiculous like that. The parking was a small issue, but in itself it has pluses and minuses, not too bad. Overall, this is a good hotel. Would I stay here again? Probably, because I'm familiar with it. It has a lot of things that I liked and it felt cozy and small. And you know, I purposely avoided the bigger name brand hotels. I wanted to try something a little smaller, and it had good reviews where I booked it, so I went and did it. Overall, pretty good hotel.